Approximately 3 years ago, this newly minted 60-year-old student, I was 60 at the time, stood on stage at the Vermont College of Fine Arts to receive my master's degree in music composition. It was a time of reflection for me. This is probably the last formal education I would receive. After all, I was 60 years old, and that's at a time when retirement's considered the norm, not going back to school. So why did I go back to school to get a grad degree at the age of 58? Well, there are two reasons that come to mind readily, and one more reason, which has become really the overriding reason of all. The first reason for me was simple. I was intrigued. I'm primarily self-taught as a musician, aside from a 6-month stay at the School of Music for the Armed Forces. But do I actually know enough to get into a program like this? I had my doubts. The second reason was akin to the first. Where do I fit in the musical food chain? I've been a big fish in a series of small ponds my entire life. What would happen when I got into a truly bigger pond? Could I hang with these guys in Vermont? I've been a musician since I can remember, and self-employed as a full-time musician since 2002. What would happen when I got to VCFA? Glad you asked. In short, I found that I could indeed hang with those wunderkinds up there in Vermont. Not surprisingly, I wasn't even close to being the big dog in the porch. But at least I was on the porch. That was enough. What was surprising was that I didn't really learn anything new musically, if you're simply talking about notes and music theory and the like. But what did happen was that I was introduced to the fine art of discovery in music. I discovered my process, the ability of being able to turn on inspiration or to get my muse to come out and play, if you will. I discovered that the music I write is worth defending. Much thanks to Diane Mosier and Roger Zahab for convincing me of that. And that it wasn't a sin to believe in myself and the music I write. I still remember the day when Diane Mosier kept pushing me, asking me why I wanted this particular thing in this particular spot in the music. And I told her it's because I like that note. I like that note there. And she just laughed and says, that's all I wanted. I rediscovered that music is the art of self-expression and not a contest between musicians. Now, I'm not a Marjorie or a Garrett, two of my youngish, new, and very wonderful VCFA friends, both incredibly talented and beautiful human beings. But then again, they ain't me either. I discovered that I really loved choral music, especially that from the late medieval or early Renaissance. Who cares that nobody's writing that way anymore? I embraced my new obsession, and it found its way into every bit of my VCFA-related compositions. Finally, I can say I discovered a renewed passion for music that has since surprised me with this intensity. Every day I wake up, and I look for a moment or two when I can write something musical. Every day. For the last 2.5 years to 3 years since graduating. And even now I have several projects in the wings that I can't wait to get started on. This last couple years has seen me write music for 2 dance school programs, a short film, along with the odd string quartet or two, and even a experiment with writing hymns. So, now we come to the overriding reason for my attending VCFA, at what is probably the waning years of my musical career. It's a simple reason. It's the most profound reason. Here it is. I love music. I love all things music. After 50 plus years as a musician, I love music. And in the end, that is still what drives me. I love nothing more than to sit down in front of a blank piece of score paper and then ask that piece of paper, I wonder what's going to happen now. Being immersed in an environment where everyone around you gets you, where everyone around you loves music at least as much as you do, that's an experience worth chasing down. So there you have it. VCFA, Vermont College of Fine Arts, me, and the why. Someone asked me once I graduated, do you regret not doing this sooner? I thought briefly and responded, no. Vermont College of Fine Arts came at just the right time. It's a perfect capstone for my career in music. You see, being an elder citizen and having experienced so much life in and out of the Navy had prepared me for the diversity I found in the school. Having a half century of music experience under my belt prior to VCFA gave me a musical context that allowed me to truly enjoy my stay there. I'm under no illusion that I will be the next Mozart or Bach. I don't believe I will be discovered and become the next great thing in scoring movies. But what will I be? Oh, that's simple. I'm going to be a lover of all things music. I will write music. I will play music. I will sing music. Right up until the time God takes me home. It's good to be me. Mr. G out. Bye-bye.